Immigration has long been a defining feature of European history, shaping its cities, cultures, and economies. But in recent years, the influx of immigrants has become a topic of heated debate. While some see it as an opportunity for cultural enrichment and economic growth, others express concerns about the challenges it brings. How are European cities adapting to these rapid changes, and what does the future hold? In this video, we'll explore 10 European cities that are experiencing significant transformations due to immigration, examining both the challenges they face and the opportunities they offer. If you find this discussion enlightening, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest insights. Number 10. Vienna in Austria. Vienna, Austria's capital and cultural heart, has a long history of immigration, particularly from Eastern Europe and the Balkans. In recent years, the city has also seen an increase in immigrants from the Middle East and Africa, contributing to its status as one of the most diverse cities in Europe. Immigrants play a vital role in Vienna's economy, particularly in sectors such as healthcare, construction, and the service industry. The city's immigrant population includes both highly skilled professionals and those working in lower-wage jobs. While many immigrants contribute significantly to the economy, they often face challenges such as language barriers and discrimination in the labor market. This can lead to underemployment and economic disparities between immigrant communities and native Austrians. Vienna is known for its rich cultural heritage, from classical music and opera to its historic architecture. Immigrant communities have added new dimensions to this cultural landscape, introducing diverse cuisines, traditions, and festivals. The city's cultural institutions have made efforts to engage with its diverse population, but challenges remain in terms of integration. Vienna's rapid growth and increasing diversity have put pressure on its housing and public services. The city's housing market is competitive, with rising rents and limited availability of affordable housing, particularly in areas with high immigrant populations. Public services such as healthcare, education, and social welfare are also under strain as they work to accommodate a growing and diverse population. Vienna is generally a safe city, but it has experienced isolated incidents of crime and social unrest, some of which have been linked to marginalized immigrant communities. These issues are often related to broader socio-economic factors, such as unemployment and social exclusion, rather than immigration itself. Number 9. Amsterdam in Netherlands. Amsterdam, known for its liberal values and vibrant culture, has long been a destination for immigrants from around the world. The city's immigrant population includes people from Suriname, Turkey, Morocco, and more recently, Eastern Europe and the Middle East. Immigrants in Amsterdam contribute to the economy in a variety of ways, from running small businesses to working in essential sectors like healthcare, education, and transportation. The city's diverse population has fueled its reputation as a global city with a thriving, multicultural economy. Immigrants often fill roles that are essential to the functioning of the city, including in hospitality, retail, and public services. Amsterdam is celebrated for its cultural openness and inclusivity, with a long history of embracing diverse populations. Immigrant communities have added their own unique flavors to the city's rich cultural tapestry, from Surinamese cuisine to Turkish markets. This diversity is a defining feature of Amsterdam's identity, reflected in its arts, music, and culinary scenes. However, the integration of newer immigrant communities has not been without its challenges. Amsterdam's popularity as a global city has led to rapid population growth, putting pressure on housing and infrastructure. The city's housing market is one of the most expensive in Europe, with limited affordable housing options available, particularly in immigrant neighborhoods. This has led to overcrowding and gentrification, as long-time residents are priced out of their homes. Amsterdam is generally considered a safe city, but like many large cities, it faces challenges related to petty crime, particularly in tourist-heavy areas. In certain immigrant neighborhoods, there have been concerns about higher crime rates and social unrest, often linked to economic hardship and social exclusion rather than immigration itself. Amsterdam's experience with immigration highlights the city's strengths as a multicultural, global hub, but also underscores the challenges of rapid urbanization and integration. While the city's immigrant communities have enriched its cultural and economic life, there is still work to be done to ensure that all residents can share in Amsterdam's prosperity. Number 8. Brussels in Belgium. Brussels, the capital of Belgium and the de facto capital of the European Union, is one of the most cosmopolitan cities in Europe. The city has long attracted immigrants from around the world, including significant populations from Morocco, Turkey, and more recently, Eastern Europe and Sub-Saharan Africa. Immigrants play a crucial role in Brussels' economy, particularly in sectors like hospitality, construction, and cleaning services. The city's diverse population has also fostered a vibrant small business community, with many immigrants starting their own businesses and contributing to the local economy. Economic inequality remains a significant issue, with many immigrants facing challenges in accessing stable, well-paid jobs. Brussels is a city where different cultures coexist, and this is reflected in its neighborhoods, markets, and festivals. The city's cultural diversity is one of its strengths, offering residents and visitors alike a rich tapestry of experiences. However, integration challenges persist, particularly in terms of language and education. The city's multilingual environment, while a source of pride, can also be a barrier for newcomers, particularly those who do not speak French, Dutch, or English. Efforts to improve language education and promote cultural exchange are key to fostering a more inclusive city. Brussels faces significant urban challenges, including housing shortages, social inequality, and inadequate public services. The city's immigrant neighborhoods are often the most affected by these issues, with overcrowded housing, poor infrastructure, and limited access to quality education and healthcare. Brussels has experienced several high-profile security incidents in recent years, some of which have been linked to radicalized individuals within immigrant communities. These incidents have heightened concerns about safety and security, particularly in certain neighborhoods. However, it is important to recognize that the vast majority of immigrants in Brussels are law-abiding citizens who contribute positively to the city. Brussels is a city that exemplifies both the opportunities and challenges of immigration in Europe. While the city's immigrant communities contribute significantly to its cultural and economic life, they also face significant barriers to full integration. The future of Brussels will depend on its ability to address these challenges while continuing to embrace its role as a diverse and cosmopolitan capital. Number 7. Barcelona in Spain. Barcelona, a city known for its rich cultural heritage and Mediterranean lifestyle, has long attracted people from around the world. The city's immigrant population has grown significantly in recent decades, with large communities from Latin America, North Africa, and South Asia making their home in Barcelona. Immigrants in Barcelona contribute to the economy in a variety of sectors, including tourism, construction, and retail. The city's vibrant cultural scene, with its festivals, markets, and culinary offerings, owes much to the diverse backgrounds of its residents. However, economic disparities persist, with many immigrants working in low-wage, precarious jobs. Ensuring that immigrants have access to fair employment opportunities and the ability to advance economically is a key challenge for the city. Barcelona is a city that prides itself on its cultural diversity, and this is reflected in the daily life of its residents. Immigrant communities have brought new flavors, traditions, and perspectives, enriching the city's cultural fabric. Integration is not without its challenges. Language barriers, particularly for non-Spanish and non-Catalan speakers, can hinder full participation in society. Barcelona's popularity as a tourist destination, coupled with its growing population, has put significant pressure on its infrastructure. Housing affordability is a major issue, with rising rents and property prices making it difficult for both immigrants and locals to find affordable housing. Public services, including healthcare and education, are also under strain as they try to accommodate a diverse and growing population. Barcelona is generally safe, but like many large cities, it faces challenges related to petty crime and social unrest. Some of these issues are concentrated in areas with high levels of poverty and social exclusion, where immigrants often reside. Improving safety and security in these areas requires addressing the root causes of crime, such as unemployment and lack of opportunities, as well as fostering better community relations and integration. Barcelona's story is one of both opportunity and challenge. The city's immigrant communities have enriched its cultural life and contributed to its economy, but they also face significant barriers to full integration. Barcelona's future success will depend on its ability to address these challenges while continuing to embrace its diverse and dynamic identity. Number 6. Rome in Italy. Rome, with its rich history and status as Italy's capital, has always been a magnet for people from around the world. In recent decades, the city has seen an influx of immigrants from North Africa, Eastern Europe, and Asia, adding new layers to its multicultural identity. Immigrants play a crucial role in Rome's economy, particularly in sectors like construction, domestic work, and hospitality. Many immigrants take on jobs that are vital to the city's functioning, but are often undervalued and poorly paid. Despite their contributions, immigrants in Rome often face significant barriers to economic advancement, including discrimination and limited access to formal employment opportunities. Rome's immigrant communities have enriched the city's cultural life, introducing new cuisines, traditions, and perspectives. Neighborhoods like Esquilino have become hubs of cultural diversity, where different communities live and work side by side. Rome's urban landscape is marked by contrasts, with grand historical monuments standing alongside areas of neglect and deprivation. The city's infrastructure, particularly in immigrant-dense neighborhoods, often struggles to keep up with the demands of a growing population. Housing shortages, inadequate public transport, and overstretched social services are significant challenges that impact both immigrants and native residents. Rome is generally a safe city, but certain neighborhoods have seen an increase in crime, including petty theft and drug-related offenses, which are sometimes associated with marginalized immigrant communities. These issues are often rooted in economic hardship and social isolation, rather than immigration itself. To improve safety and security, it is essential to address the underlying causes of crime, such as poverty and lack of opportunities, while also fostering better integration and community cohesion. Rome's experience with immigration highlights the complex interplay between economic necessity, cultural diversity, and social challenges. While immigrants contribute significantly to the city's economy and cultural life, they also face significant barriers to full integration. The future of Rome will depend on its ability to create a more inclusive and equitable society, where all residents have the opportunity to thrive. Number 5. Athens in Greece. Athens has become a gateway for immigrants and refugees entering Europe, particularly from the Middle East and Africa. The city's immigrant population has grown rapidly in recent years, putting pressure on its already strained infrastructure. Immigrants in Athens often work in low-wage, informal sectors, contributing to the city's economy in areas such as construction, agriculture, and domestic work. However, economic opportunities for immigrants are limited, and many face challenges in accessing stable employment and fair wages. Athens is a city of contrast, with ancient history and modern diversity coexisting side by side. The city's immigrant communities have brought new cultural influences, from cuisine to music, transforming neighborhoods and adding vibrancy to the city's cultural landscape. The rapid influx of immigrants has also led to challenges in cultural integration. In some areas, the lack of resources and support for new arrivals has resulted in social segregation, with immigrant communities becoming isolated from the broader society. Athens has long struggled with economic difficulties, and the arrival of large numbers of immigrants has compounded these challenges. The city's infrastructure, already weakened by years of austerity, is under significant strain. The housing market, in particular, has been impacted, with a shortage of affordable housing leading to overcrowded living conditions in some immigrant neighborhoods. Athens has seen an increase in crime and social unrest in certain areas, some of which are linked to the difficult living conditions faced by immigrants. These issues are often exacerbated by economic hardship and the lack of social support systems. Athens is a city that embodies both the challenges and the potential of immigration. While the city faces significant difficulties related to infrastructure, housing, and social cohesion, it also has the opportunity to harness the diversity and energy of its immigrant population to drive cultural and economic renewal. Number 4. Stockholm in Sweden. Stockholm has become a major destination for immigrants, particularly from the Middle East and Africa. Sweden's generous asylum policies have made it a haven for refugees, leading to a significant increase in the immigrant population over the past decade. Immigrants in Stockholm contribute to the economy in various sectors, including healthcare, education, and services. Many immigrants face barriers to employment, including language difficulties and recognition of qualifications. This has led to higher unemployment rates among immigrant populations compared to native Swedes. Stockholm is known for its progressive values and inclusive society, which has helped facilitate the integration of immigrants. The city's cultural scene is enriched by the diversity of its population, with influences from around the world. Challenges remain, particularly in terms of social integration and access to opportunities. The rapid influx of immigrants has created challenges in Stockholm's housing market, with a shortage of affordable housing and rising rents. The city's public services, particularly education and healthcare, are also under strain as they adapt to the needs of a growing and diverse population. While Stockholm is generally safe, there have been incidents of crime and social unrest in certain immigrant-dense areas. These issues are often linked to socioeconomic factors, such as unemployment and social exclusion, rather than immigration itself. Stockholm's experience with immigration highlights both the opportunities and challenges of integrating diverse populations. While the city has made strides in creating an inclusive society, it must continue to address the economic and social challenges that affect its immigrant communities. Number 3. Berlin and Germany. Berlin has a long history of immigration, from Turkish guest workers in the post-war era to recent arrivals from the Middle East and Eastern Europe. The city's immigrant population has grown significantly in recent years, making Berlin one of Europe's most diverse cities. Berlin's economy has benefited from immigration, particularly in the tech and startup sectors. The influx of young, skilled immigrants has contributed to the city's reputation as a hub for innovation and creativity. Economic disparities between native Germans and immigrant populations persist, particularly in terms of income and employment opportunities. Berlin is known for its open and inclusive culture, which has made it a popular destination for immigrants. The city's neighborhoods are home to diverse communities, from Turkish markets in Kreuzberg to Middle Eastern cafes in Neukölln. The city also faces challenges in integrating its immigrant population, particularly in terms of language and education. Berlin's rapid population growth has put pressure on the city's housing market, leading to rising rents and gentrification. Immigrant neighborhoods are often the first to experience these changes, which can lead to displacement and social tension. Additionally, the city's public services, including schools and healthcare, are struggling to keep up with the growing demand. Berlin is generally considered a safe city, but it has seen an increase in crime and social unrest in certain areas, some of which are linked to immigrant communities. These issues are often exacerbated by economic inequality and social exclusion, highlighting the need for targeted policies to address these challenges. Berlin's transformation through immigration is a testament to the city's resilience and adaptability. While the city faces significant challenges in terms of housing, integration, and social cohesion, it also offers immense opportunities for those willing to embrace its diverse and dynamic culture. Number 2. Paris and France. Paris has long been a cultural and economic hub, attracting immigrants from across the globe. The city's immigrant population includes people from North Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, and Eastern Europe, each bringing their unique cultures and traditions. Immigrants play a vital role in Paris's economy, particularly in sectors such as construction, services, and retail. Many immigrants start small businesses, contributing to the local economy and creating jobs. However, economic integration remains a challenge, with some immigrants facing barriers to employment and economic advancement. Paris is famous for its rich cultural life, much of which has been shaped by its immigrant communities. From Algerian cafes in the 19th arrondissement to African markets in Chateau Rouge, the city's neighborhoods reflect a blend of cultures. Yet, cultural integration has been a contentious issue, with debates over secularism, religious expression, and the French identity. The rapid influx of immigrants has strained Paris's infrastructure, particularly in terms of housing and public services. The city's suburbs, known as banlieues, have become flashpoints for social tension, with high levels of unemployment, crime, and social exclusion. These areas are often home to large immigrant populations, who face significant challenges in terms of integration and access to opportunities. Paris has experienced several high-profile incidents of terrorism and social unrest in recent years, some of which have been linked to radicalized individuals within immigrant communities. While these incidents are isolated and do not represent the majority of immigrants, they have fueled public fears and debates over immigration policy and security. Paris exemplifies the complexities of immigration in a globalized world. While the city's immigrant communities contribute to its vibrancy and economic dynamism, they also highlight the challenges of integration and social cohesion. Paris's future will depend on addressing these challenges while continuing to embrace its multicultural identity. Number 1. London in the United Kingdom. London has been a global city for centuries, attracting immigrants from all corners of the world. From the post-war influx of Caribbean workers to the more recent arrival of Eastern Europeans, London's identity has been deeply influenced by its diverse population. Immigrants in London contribute significantly to the economy, filling labor shortages in sectors like healthcare, construction, and hospitality. The diversity of businesses, from restaurants to tech startups, reflects the city's multicultural fabric. London's cultural landscape is a tapestry of global influences, from food and fashion to music and art. The city's vibrant immigrant communities have enriched its cultural scene, making it one of the most diverse and dynamic cities in the world. The sheer volume of immigrants in London has led to challenges in infrastructure, particularly in housing and transportation. The city's housing market is notoriously expensive, and public services such as healthcare and education are often stretched thin. These pressures can lead to tensions between native residents and newcomers, particularly in economically deprived areas. While London remains relatively safe, the city has seen isolated incidents of crime and social unrest linked to immigration. These incidents, often sensationalized by the media, can exacerbate fears and contribute to negative perceptions of immigrants. It's important to recognize that the vast majority of immigrants contribute positively to the city's safety and stability. London's story is one of both opportunity and challenge. While immigration has undeniably enriched the city, it has also highlighted the need for better infrastructure, housing, and social services. The city's future depends on finding a balance between embracing diversity and addressing the practical challenges that come with it. Immigration is a complex and multifaceted issue that impacts European cities in various ways. While immigrants contribute to the cultural and economic vitality of cities like London, Paris, and Berlin, they also bring challenges that must be addressed. From housing shortages to integration barriers, these challenges require thoughtful and inclusive policies that ensure all residents can benefit from the opportunities that urban life offers. If you found this video insightful and want to stay informed about global trends and issues, don't forget to subscribe to Globe Discoveries. Hit the like button and ring the notification bell to receive updates on our latest content. Join us as we continue to explore the challenges and opportunities of living in an interconnected world. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.